A Soldier's Diary, 1893 to 1918. A city boy on a horse. One day was a special day. This day, we were actually going to ride a horse. The sergeant told us to put on our stable clothes again and told us we were going to take a little drill on the horses. We was marched down to the horse stables and tackle barn, where we were each given a surcingle and a blanket and told to stand by your horse. The sergeant took his horse over to where he was, then showed us how to put on the surcingle and blanket. Then he shows us how to jump up on the horse. After that, the sergeant shouted, "Mount up!" Well, I have never seen such a thing in my life. You can imagine all us city boys jumping up on the horse. Such a goddamn time we had trying to get on that horse. Us boys were falling all over the place, cursing and what have. The place we rode the horses was called the Bull Ring. Finally, the sergeant got tired of watching us and shouted, "Help one another up on the horse, and I will help the last man up." Well, that is what we did, and soon we were all sitting up on a horse. I was feeling like a big shot. The sergeant said, "We will have a nice easy walk, but not for long." We had a nice walk around the Bull Ring. Everything was going fine. Then halfway around the block, the sergeant yelled, "Trot!" The sergeant, he takes the lead, and the old horses follow. The horses we rode are old-timers, and they knew the routine backwards and forwards. They would just watch the sergeant's horse. When the sergeant's horse would go faster, your horse would go faster. These old-timers are trained and sent out for the new recruits to learn drill and ride. As I said before, when he said trot, your horse starts to trot. You try to stick on. Then we began to start moving from one side to the other. One man yelled, "Sergeant, if you don't stop, I'll fall off." "Yes, and you will damn well get back on again," yelled the sergeant. Just about that time, no sooner he said that when two of them hit the ground. We stopped to let the other fellows get back on. The sergeant will tell you, "Don't look at the other fellow in front of you." Damn it, you can't help it. Let me tell you, it is a damn hard thing to do riding a horse with nothing under you but a blanket and try to sit on your horse while bouncing around. Here you are riding single file on your horse, with about 20 horses in front of you, and all bouncing one side to the next. It makes you do the same, rolling all around. Pretty soon you're doing the same thing, and in a short time you fall off the horse. I took many a flop on old Mother Earth in them days of learning to ride. This isn't all you see riding them old horses and falling off. Sometimes it is warm, and you get all hot and sweaty. Then the stable clothes you wear are more like a loose pair of overalls. When you sweat, they roll up your legs and rubs all raw. Your old bottom gets so sore. You cannot sit down or hardly walk without pain. Well, you have this drill for 3 months and the other drills all 3 months. Along with the horse drills, you got to learn rifle drill, bayonet drill, pistol drill, saber drill, and how to use it for fighting on your hoss. This drill is all preliminary. You get the rest of it when you get your own outfit and post. Jefferson Barracks had plenty to eat while we was there. But at night, it got so cold in St. Louis. Only one blanket that they give you. You get a second blanket when you reach your new outfit. At night, one man was detailed to keep the fire going in the old pot-bellied stove. He He would keep putting a cord of wood in all night. Between this man throwing wood on the fire all night long, men snoring, and men talking, you did not get a good night's rest. For when we drilled all day long, we needed some sleep. Well, anyhow, we got our time in at Jefferson Barracks. 3 months seemed like 3 years, and one day, it was all over. I was going to a new outfit. So the next day, we all packed up our bag for Texas.